Hello, I'm Mutton and I'm a candidate in this by-election. Why? Because I'm just frustrated. I feel that the current government is out of touch with our community, and I've decided to do something about it and stand. The government has held this seat for nigh on 16 years, and over that period they seem to have forgotten us. They've stopped investing, they've stopped planning. Think for a moment. Our schools, they are bursting at the seams. There's just not enough space for the students that need to go. Our aged care facilities, they are woefully inadequate. There is not enough positions. So our elderly are fearful of what the future holds for them. Think of the traffic. Think of the tunnel that's proposed to run from Balgala to the Warringah Expressway. That's been on the government's planning since 1993, and it still hasn't happened. So what I think we need to do is encourage, to motivate and to drive the government to plan for the population increases in our area, to invest in schools, to plan for the population increase and invest in aged care facilities, to acknowledge that there is an incredibly serious problem with traffic. Were you on the western side of our electorate or on the eastern side of the electorate? Think about that tunnel, proposed first in 1993, and we're still talking about it, and the problem's getting worse by the year. The tunnel, I think, is only part of the answer. The tunnel needs to be augmented. It needs to be augmented with light rail as well. Not so that it just provides the solution for the problem we have today, but provides the solution for the problem of increasing population, of people needing to move around, that we know is going to come in the next 20 years. Building a tunnel solves the problem today. Adding a rail line, we're planning for the future. Now, why do I think I can do this? Well, my experience is that a community that comes together can really achieve great things. In the last couple of years, I've been involved in 3 projects which I'm very proud of. The first concerned Luna Park. Here, the government had a secret agreement with the operator of Luna Park. We pressed and pressed for it to make that agreement public, and finally, rather than make it public, it abandoned it. Foreshore land. We came together as a community and we convinced the government to buy back an area of foreshore land overlooking the harbour. The community came together and encouraged the government to do that. The High Line, a disused railway line that runs from Waverton down to Luna Park. And people sit there and think, it's on the developer's table. It could become Barangaroo too. But we didn't think so. We thought our community, with the growing population, needs more recreational facilities. So we came together and we mounted a campaign, not to allow that railway line to be converted into high-rise development. We have a lot of that already. What we encourage the government to do, and what the government has agreed to do, is as soon as that railway ceases to have any utility for the railways, to turn it into a walkway, a cycleway, playing fields, something sort of like the New York High Line or the Paris High Line, something that is for the community, the growing community. I think that with my experience in bringing the community together and achieving great things, I can take that experience and I can apply it right across our electorate. I can encourage the government, motivate the government to plan for the future and give us the infrastructure that is missing at the moment. And one of the drivers for this is to make this seat the house of an independent. Because once we have an independent, we know that we will have the government's undivided attention in meeting our needs. Please vote for me.